Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and merciful. This is Divisional Public School and Inter College, Lahore. Today we are going to start the Grade 5 Science Lecture Series. Lesson 1 is all about Unit 7, that is Matter and Water Cycle. Hi everyone, I'm Miss Eric and this is my friend Mr. Merrick. Today we both will help you to go through the first half of the unit, that is matter. In today's lesson, we will see what is matter, what are different states of matter, how different states of matter change into one another. Everything that is present around us is matter. Matter is something that has mass. Mass is the amount of matter inside an object. But here the term mass shouldn't be confused with the weight. Weight is how heavy an object is under the effect of gravity. Either you go to moon or you remain on land, your mass will be same. But you will weigh lesser on the moon because no gravity is there. So if you want to feel slimmer, try to have your weight on moon. Oh, Miss Eric, I got it. You mean mass is the amount of matter in an object and the weight is heaviness of an object under the effect of gravity. Very good, Merrick, you got it. Matter has another property. When the objects are placed somewhere, they occupy some space. The space occupied by the objects is called their volume. Like in this glass of water, when I will place my ball in it, the water level will rise. This increased water level is showing the volume occupied by the ball. Oh, Miss Eric, I got it. The volume is the space occupied by an object. Very good, Merrick, you got it. Okay, everyone, now I hope you understand. Matter is anything that has mass and it takes up space. Everything in the nature has mass and it occupies some space. That's why each and everything in the nature is an example of matter. Hey, everyone, did you see I'm playing with matter? Miss Eric has told us everything in the nature is made up of matter. So my ball is matter too. But now I wonder, what does this matter made up of? Oh, that's really a very good question, Merrick. Thank you, Miss Eric. Well, see, Merrick, matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. Oh, Miss Eric, what are these atoms now? I am too much confused. Matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. Atoms inside the matter are moving all the time. These movements are called vibrations. The particles inside the matter are having small spaces between them, and they are held together by the presence of weak forces between them. These particles are so tiny that we can't see them directly. We have to use a special microscope in order to observe them. Oh, Miss Eric, you mean particles of the matter keep on moving? Yes, Eric, they are vibrating all the time. Now we know the particles inside the matter are moving all the time. When we cool down something, it results in drop of temperature and the particle movement inside the matter becomes slow. But when we will heat up something, temperature rises and it results in faster movement of the particles inside the matter. Now I understand. Atoms move faster on heating and become slow on cooling. Very good, Merrick, you got it. Now let's have a closer look. What are different states of matter? Matter exists in three different states. These are solids, liquids, and gases. Each and every state of matter has its own characteristics. Like solids have a fixed shape and fixed volume. Liquids have a variable shape but fixed volume. Gases have a variable shape and variable volume. Oh, Miss Eric, don't you think this is too short for me to understand? Can you explain it now? Okay, why not, Marek? Now, see, what are solids? The atoms in the solids are tightly packed. They have very less spaces between them, but still they are vibrating. Due to less spaces, the vibrating particles inside the solids don't leave their position. They just slide over each other and don't go anywhere. That's why the solids possess a definite shape and a definite volume. Oh, Miss Eric, now I understand. Due to less spaces, particles are compact and solids possess a definite shape and definite volume. Very good, Marek. You are awesome. You got it quite rightly. Now, let's see what happens in the liquids. The particles in the liquids are also vibrating, but they have more spaces between them. Due to more spaces, these particles collide to each other more vigorously. This is the reason the particles in the liquid are more energetic than solids. Liquids allow flowability. They can flow from one place to another. That's why liquids attain the shape of the container in which they are, and they don't have a fixed shape. Now let's see what happens in the gases. The particles in the gases are not arranged in a regular pattern. They are spaced apart, that's why we can compress them easily. Due to more spaces, they collide to each other more vigorously and possess highest energy of all. Oh, Miss Eric, thank you for telling me particles in the gas can move freely and they possess highest energy than solids and liquids. Hey Mary, do you know different states of matter are interconvertible? Like solids can be changed into liquids. This is called melting. Liquids can be converted into gases. This is called evaporation. These changes are reversible too. When the gases are converted back to their liquid state, this is called condensation. And when the liquids get back to their solid state, this is called freezing. When the solids are converted directly into gaseous form, this is sublimation. Oh, Miss Eric, I got it. You mean matter can be changed from one state to another? Yes, Marek, you really got it. Let's see what happens next. In melting, the solids absorb energy from the surrounding and get converted into their liquid form. As all of you are very well aware of the melting of the ice, when we take out an ice cube from the refrigerator, it gets converted into water by absorbing the heat from the surrounding. This is melting. Freezing is actually the reversible form of melting. In freezing, the liquids lose energy and get converted to their solid state again. On lowering temperature, the water gets into ice. This is freezing. Snow is also a very good example of freezing. Oh, Miss Eric, I know something about freezing. It is a phase of transition where a liquid turns into a solid when its temperature is lowered below its freezing point. Yes, Mary, you really know the definition of the freezing. When the things get cool below their freezing point, they get converted into solid form. Let's see what is evaporation. Evaporation is a change in the state of matter where liquids absorb energy from their surrounding and get converted into their gaseous form. Whenever we will heat up the water, it gets converted into steam. This is evaporation. Evaporation is a very good source of cloud formation on the land. Now let's see what happens in condensation. Condensation is a change in the state of matter where gas particles will lose energy and get converted into liquid state again. What is the reason of condensation? Let's have a closer look. Take some water in a container and cover it with a lid. Place the container at room temperature. After absorbing the heat from the surrounding, the water will vaporize and will strike with the inner side of the lid. After striking, the water droplets will lose energy and get converted to the liquid water droplets again. When you will lift up the lid, you will see the small water droplets there formed by the process of condensation. In nature, a very good example of condensation is the water droplets in the form of dew drops over the surfaces of the plants. Another very good example of condensation is water coming to us in the form of rainfall or precipitation. Now, sublimation. Sublimation is a change in the state of matter where the solids are directly converted into vapors. Have you ever seen naphthalene balls? We keep them with our clothes in the cupboard. They disappear after some time. Where did they go? They actually sublime over time due to weak intermolecular forces between them. The vapors produced by the naphthalene balls either become the part of our clothes or vaporize in the atmosphere. Now, with this, everyone, let's wind up today's lesson. In today's lesson, we have seen everything in the nature is made up of matter. Matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. Atoms keep on moving all the time. Matter exists in three states: solids, liquids, and gases. Solids have definite shape and volume. Liquids have no definite shape but have definite volume. Gases don't have any definite volume or definite shape. And matter can be changed from one form to another. Thank you everyone for watching this lesson. We will meet you again with a new lesson about water cycle.